After our much needed breakaway in London, we are back feeling ready to continue tackling our 1920s renovation project. This demo stage has been a long one, but we are almost at the end and are so excited to keep going and continue making progress. Welcome back to the bungalow. Today I'm going to be in the guest bedroom and tackling the base flooring that needs to come up. Yesterday we had our lovely friend Grace come over. James and Grace tackled the front part of the back garden, so chopping down and weeding all of the trees and plants that we didn't want anymore. The reason for clearing this part of the garden is actually because we'll have our extension on here. It does also mean that the bin store shed and the yellow shed will have to come down at some point, as they'll simply just be in the way of the extension. The yellow shed has actually been in the garden for decades, so I don't know if we actually just try and move it down to the bottom of the garden and that becomes part of our Airbnb, but it's something that we need to think about for sure. And then whilst they were doing that, I was indoors taking off things like the old light fixtures that no longer work. We had old socket boxes that were old, so I took them out of the walls, and then just sort of like took off nails and bits and bobs that we've had in the walls that need to come out. So it does feel a lot more refined. It's still very much like a building site, but it just feels a little bit more ready for when we do eventually have the board and batten and we have to plaster walls. So yeah, we're actually kind of coming to the end of the demo stage, which is really exciting. I'm pretty sure we're like 70% of the way through. Today we've got the in-laws coming over, and I think they're going to tackle the driveway. We will not be able to park on the road outside our bungalow come April because there's parking restrictions. So yeah, just to avoid any of that, we're going to get the driveway cleared. Like I said, I'm going to be here in the guest bedroom taking up the base flooring. Yeah, all of this will come up, and then I don't know if you can see, but there's loads of nails on the floor. So that's my job for today, just to take all of this out. And then once that's done, I'm gonna move on in here and start bringing everything out of here that needs to be sold, pop it into that room, and then I'll be doing the same in here. Once this is done, it means that this room is kind of ready for the chimney to be completely taken out. So this chimney here, which I started digging up the herb, is quite loose in places, definitely on this side. Once that's taken out, we'll be ready to get some sort of like drainage system solution sorted out in here, which is going to be the ensuite. And then in here will be the main bathroom. And then from there, we then need to widen all of the doorways, which is going to be quite a big job considering there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, there's only 4 doorways. So, I mean, it's still going to be messy as hell. We are also going to completely take this wall out, take the lintel up here and put a steel in. We want to ideally make this as flat and flush to either side of the walls as possible. I know that there's going to be a little bit of a leaf, so that's fine, but we're going to turn this into an arched doorway. So bring back some of those Edwardian features. And then we're going to do the same again once this wall gets pushed out, when the extension starts to happen. And then let me show you the driveway, because that's what's going to be worked on today, which is very, very exciting. Yeah, so a lot of it is just like weeding and cutting back a lot of the branches. It's a shame really, because these are quite pretty, little like, I think they're called snowbells or snowdrops. Our boundary is actually this post. So we'll just cut all of that, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually park on here from now on. All of this. I don't think we'll get this far today, but it'd be nice at some point when this is all cleared as well. So before everyone arrives, I think I'm going to try and just crack on with this base flooring and do as much as I possibly can. Really good if we get this ring done today.
Yeah.
Yes, queen!
damage the wall, is it?
In those
Oh my God, look at this.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stop off on here.
Malcolm,
Oh my gosh. I was really worried that there was going to be a massive crack or something behind there. Like it was hiding a whole load of sin or something.
I was thinking all street.
Holy hell.
I'll be just fine. Heading for the western shore, while the sun is slowly fades. Days are full.
That's one way to do it.
Let's go somewhere far away. 'Cause if all I have is you, then I'll be just fine.
So I've almost taken all of the nails out, just like hammering them into the floor. And some of them are coming out, some of them are just like literally hammered to the floor. This is what we're looking like at the moment. And then what I'll also do is show you the massive pile of wood that we've got going on outside. So it's almost like we've got the pile that we had yesterday back. Yeah, that's gonna be really good, burning all of that. And then what I've done with the base flooring that came from the guest bedroom is I've actually put it in a pile here in the living room. So that's gonna go on just in case the green stuff gets hard to actually burn. That is all from the guest bedroom. And that will go on. Yeah, looking really, really good. Completely cleared. Next time we're going to start shoveling all of this out, so you can actually see the boundary now, all of this. And then next time we also need to sort out this side of the driveway. Really good progress. Now we're just burning all of it. Looks a bit crazy. And then the next thing we're gonna do is take this copper tank out. All of this is a mix of like lead, copper pipe. So then once all that's out, I can start clearing this room. I'm not sure how much of the floor I'm gonna be able to get up today, but I'm gonna give it a good go. So, completely empty room. And now everything has gone in here. Can't actually walk all the way around, but that's all the shizzle. And then what you might have noticed is some of the flooring is up. So we've started taking up this flooring as well. And that's the last of the base flooring then. And then it'll be, yeah, widening all of the doorways. We also started doing some planning in here. What we're now gonna do is put a cupboard in here. So it's kind of like partly cupboard, part walk-in wardrobe, and part ensuite. But we've gone for like two different ideas, so I'll probably explain that more in a different video. But that was a good start on figuring out that space. So another really productive weekend. So happy that we got all of that driveway stuff done. Still need to take up a lot of that soil and move some of that fig tree segments. And yeah, indoors was obviously really productive as well. So that's kind of the end of this week's video. I hope you really enjoyed watching it. I will obviously be back next week. My plan is to finish taking up that base flooring and maybe just be outside. It's starting to get warmer now, which is really nice. So yeah, stay tuned for that and I shall see you next week. Bye guys.